Welcome back to your live continuing coverage of Toy Fair 2015, the official Toy Fair coverage with the Toy Industry Association on BeTerrific. I'm Michael Arches. We're coming to you from the Jacob K. Javits Center in New York City. This is the final day of Toy Fair, but it's been amazing and we still have a lot more show to get to. We've got Robin Raskin here. She's hanging out with us. She's a living legend. She's unbelievable. She's an expert in this space. Partnered with the CEA. You do so much with consumer electronics in the industry and also toys as well. And you do CE Week as well. Living in Digital Times, of course, and RobinRaskin.com. An amazing woman and a pioneer. And of course, we've got Bettina Chen here from Roominate, which is, you guys did a successful Kickstarter. You were on Shark Tank, which is unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Roominate is here too, which is an amazing product. And you guys went with Mark Cuban, right?
Yeah, we're working with him, and it's been great working with his team and everyone so far.
Mark Cuban seems like he'd just be a bundle of fun to work with and a bundle of energy. Is that true?
Yeah, it's amazing how he has time for all the companies he works with. Like, we send him emails every week, and he'll respond to them, and it's great that we have that relationship.
He definitely doesn't sleep, does he?
I have no idea. He's always traveling, too. You'll see him at all the basketball games, so
yeah,
maybe he sleeps on the plane.
Have you gone to a Mavs game?
Not yet.
You want to?
Kind of a Warriors person, so
Oh.
I didn't tell him that though. So
that's a good thing, yeah. I think that's good. So what happens after Shark Tank? Do you guys blow up immediately, or does it take some time?
Yeah, it was really crazy. We've been getting great press, and we still are from it. And actually, last fall we launched into retail, so now we're in a lot of big box retail like Toys R Us and Walmart and Barnes & Noble. So that's been really exciting for us.
How did you get the idea for Roominate?
So it really came from our experiences growing up. My co-founder Alice and I, we met in grad school at Stanford, and Alice had come from MIT and I came from Caltech, and we were both studying engineering. And we were both pretty devastated by this huge drop-off of women going from undergrad to grad school. We thought going to Stanford it would be a lot more balanced, but there were less women, and we met each other very quickly because there weren't many other women around us. And that got us talking about what got us into engineering. And it was really toys we had played with when we were younger that inspired that love for building at a young age.
What toys were those?
So I played with my brother's hand-me-down building toys. I played with a lot of Lincoln Logs and Lego, and I would just spend hours building these huge creations. I would make elaborate cities. I would make spaceships. I made a lot of spaceships that were in the cities. But it's really that experience of taking something, your imagination, and figuring out how to build that with your hands. So you're learning a lot of important skills, but it's also developing that love for creating.
You know, I love Legos. I could never build anything with Legos. I built, but I could never build. Like, I get the box and I'd want to emulate that, and I never could even get close to it. You actually built stuff like a space shuttle.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun. I would build whatever came in the package, and then I love taking it apart and making something else.
Caltech, it's the Beavers?
Yes, it is. They're both the Beavers, actually.
My nephew goes to Caltech right now.
Really?
He plays baseball. He got their first win in like 20 years last year.
Yeah.
Harrison, yeah.
Their basketball team's doing better, too. I did track there, but it's a fun environment.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you enjoyed Caltech?
Yeah.
Cool.
It was quite the experience, but I'm really happy I went.
So walk me through Roominate. I watched it on Shark Tank. I feel like I'm one of those crazy fans. Hey, I watched you on Shark Tank. It was so good. But I love that episode. You guys were amazing. But I didn't get the full picture, and I think I think I had it, but I was kind of piecing it together because it's more about you and creating a business and if you're gonna be partnered with one of these sharks. But tell me about Roominate.
So Roominate, it's a wired building toy for girls, age 6 and up, and it's designed to get them excited about science and engineering. So with Roominate, it's really all about being open-ended and letting girls be creative and to build what they want.
And the circuit keeps going, right? It's a never-ending circuit, really. They can just keep making the circuitry go, make things spin. They can add lights and all sorts of stuff.
Exactly. That's the really exciting part for girls when they first hook up that motor circuit, because for a lot of them, they've never been exposed to circuits at all. They've never used batteries, and for them to put batteries into a battery pack and to figure out, okay, I need batteries to power this motor. For to hook them all of that up and to see something that spins that they did themselves, that's a really exciting moment for them. It really empowers them to show that they can actually do anything.
Are you on the show, you guys talked about, hey, cutting out the boys is 50% of the audience. I know you're gearing it towards girls, but boys could use this too. Are you talking about making different colors for boys and making different kinds of boys things? Is that on the roadmap?
Yeah, so right now we're careful about the colors we choose, and we don't want to make it so that boys feel like they can't play with it, we bring it to workshops at museums and after-school programs, and there's boys and girls there, and they both love playing with it. But while working on this whole business, we've really seen that this idea of open-ended play and creativity, that's missing for boys as well. So we do want to expand into boys, hopefully very soon, and I don't know how we'll attack that yet, because I don't think it's just about the colors, but
it seems like it's the modern take on the dollhouse. Robin, what do you think of this? Is this unbelievable?
I think I think Bettina nailed two really important things for girls: context and storytelling. So, remember Doom? You just went through a room and shot things up. It was really popular video game. I used to say, if they just had your ex-boyfriend at the end of that hallway, a girl would understand it and want to play it. Girls really do gravitate towards context and a story, and when you can build that what you see in your imagination and a story and a context, it's different, and it's not a matter of color, although color is certainly important, but it's a matter of being able to tell the story. And I think Roominate, and there are others, Goldie Blocks, have just nailed that idea that girls need a greater context than a boy might.
Well, and I think it's interesting because you're right. Boys can take a G.I. Joe and they can bang the heads, and they don't have to have a storyline. And sometimes they do tell a storyline.
Right.
I always tell the story where I was an only child, and I had the bases. I cut out a cardboard in my room, and I'd be all the positions on the Mets, and then do play-by-play. And so I did have a storyline, but it's not the same. And I think that's very true. Girls like to create a storyline and a world and a fantasy world, and that's why a lot of fairy tales, why girls love and are attracted to fairy tales. I'll ask you both this. How do kids find out about toys today? Because I think it's not the traditional way. I think there are a lot of different ways, and at different levels too. Does that make the business harder? Because at different levels you're getting kids that are tweeting or kids that are interacting with the computer and with other methods than the traditional way of, hey, I'm sitting in front of a TV and watching a commercial.
Yeah, kids now, they have access to tablets and phones, and they're always on. They're on YouTube. Like a lot of kids that we talk to, they watch endless videos on Minecraft or Littlest Pet Shop, and they get millions of views on those videos. And along with that, another place that we're really seeing kids seeing things is in schools, because they get time to play with certain toys there, and that's where they get exposed to new toys, and they'll go home and tell their parents about it. And one thing that we're doing this year is we're actually introducing an app that's actually going to really bring in a lot of cool technology to the toy, but still have them building. The building part is still very important for us, but they can bring in really cool technology where they can actually control circuits from their phone.
That's amazing. I was going to ask you if you thought about road mapping an app, and then I thought, I just asked you about the boys things, and it's going to be. I could see Mark on. I got into my head. I thought I could see Mark on Shark Tank. You have to stay focused. You can't go too many directions at once. But I guess you guys are doing it right, and you're going in the right directions at the right time. So you are going to have an app road mapped in the future.
It's going to be released this summer, and it's really based on feedback that we're getting from our customers, that they want more, and they're always looking to be challenged even more. So bringing this new technology where they can wire up circuits and learn how to program them from their phone, that's going to be really exciting. Digital
Phil wanted to know, is it true that in your agreement with Mark, if they win another championship, you get a ring?
That would be pretty cool. I did not see that in the paperwork, though.
Oh, you should have snuck that in. I agree with Digital Phil there. I think that it's really cool that you're also working on connecting the kids to this even more. And I don't know, I can imagine even having, like, as you build the Roominate, you can have home automation kind of features in the app where you can turn the lights off or make the fans spin.
Exactly, that's what it'll do.
Yeah, and then, but even like you can even do all sorts of things, like maybe have in the future have people like characters living in that house and moving through it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see that really evolving nicely.
And you let the girls share their works, right? And show each other what they've done, which I think is...
That's the best part, for them to be able to inspire each other and to show all the creative creations that they come up with, because they're way more creative than we are. Right,
and to me, that's like how toy play is, changing, and kids are finding out about things. I mean, you take the lowest tech toy here, which is Rainbow Loom, and go Google or go to YouTube and see how many videos there are on what you can make with a Rainbow Loom, and you'll be blown away. Or watch how many kids are doing those unboxing videos where they're just showing what they bought or showing their latest race car trick or building their latest Lego thing. It's a community.
Well, so you think that YouTube is the biggest place the kids are finding out about toys and new toys, and is that how the industry has to move? They have to be, to market their products, they have to get the word out to kids through YouTube and social media?
So, in a perfect world, I actually think the toy industry is pretty old school about how they introduce toys to kids. You go to a store and you see plastic boxes and you have to read the plastic box and you're somewhere and your mother's somewhere and it's just so unpleasant. So the more experiential we can make toy stores, and Toys R Us and a lot of the big box stores are moving that way, like where you can actually feel the toy, touch the toy. I would hope there were after-school centers that would have toys. I would hope, don't tell anyone, that Toy Fair would have a day where just kids and families could come in and touch this stuff.
Yeah.
All of New York City would show up here.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's the biggest.
Oh, I
It's
can't
so
even,
much fun.
I can't tell you how many. It is amazing. I feel like I'm Tom Hanks in the movie Big, and I can't tell you how many people I told we're doing Toy Fair, and they said, "Oh, can I come? Can you get me a ticket?" I'm like, there aren't tickets. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
No, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't come. But it's unbelievable what goes on here, and it's a lot of fun. Bettina, where do we go to get this? Roominate.com?
Yeah, so RoominateToy.com.
Yeah.
We're also on Amazon.com.
Okay.
And if you go to any Toys R Us store, we're also in Walmart, Barnes & Nobles, Michael's. We're in Canada at Indigo, so we're
Wow.
expanding pretty quickly.
How excited are you? This is so exciting.
Yeah, it's been such a crazy journey so far. We've been learning so much every day, and really, it's just exciting for us to see what girls make with the toy.
You did the Kickstarter. How hard was it after that to get funding?
It wasn't too bad for us. I mean, we got a little bit of angel funding, and I mean, we're really focused about just trying to get the product out to our
Right.
customers in time, and we had to do a lot of redesign right after that. So we were learning a lot about manufacturing and everything around
Was
that.
Kickstarter a good process?
Yeah, we had a really great experience with Kickstarter. I mean, our project was funded by the 5th day, so that was really exciting for us.
Wow,
And
that's
we ended-
impressive.
Yeah, we were surprised.
Kickstarter scares me. I can't imagine doing a Kickstarter project. I feel like I'd sweat the whole time. I wouldn't sleep for a month.
Yeah, when we had to press a button to launch it, it was just, we had no idea what was going to happen, and we were like telling our friends, hey, can you help contribute a little bit so at least we're not at $0? So we were learning a lot during that time.
What advice would you give to young entrepreneurs, young creators, young inventors, even kids who are in college like my nephew Harrison, like you were just a little while ago?
I think one thing is just finding something that you're really passionate about. That's going to be so important, especially if you're looking for entrepreneurship, because I mean, it's really hard, and you're going to be learning a lot, and you're going to be working a lot of hours. So you need to be really excited about what you're doing. And for us, what really brings us to work every day is just all the emails that we get from our customers showing pictures and videos of things that they make and how excited they are. That's what we're getting up every day for.
2 quick questions. The kids, the little girls on your site and in your ads and all that stuff are the cutest little kids. Where'd you find them? Are they relatives?
No, they aren't. We're not related to
Central
any
casting?
of them. No, we go to, we do a lot of community things in the community. We do a lot of workshops at museums and after school programs, and we just meet them there.
Wow, that's a great story too. All right, last thing real quick, your favorite toy growing up?
Lego.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's Bettina Chen and, of course, the great Robin Raskin.
She's a role model.
She is absolutely a role model. I agree 100%. Thank you so much. It's Roominate, Roominate.com. You have to check it out. You have to have Roominate for your kids. Without a doubt, absolutely. Of course, the great Robin Raskin as well. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back with a whole lot more from Toy Fair 2015 with your official Toy Fair 2015 coverage with the Toy Industry Association on BeTerrific right after this. I'm Michael Artis. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for watching.